Hey everybody, Nathan here with Sampson Farms, and I'd like to welcome you back to the homestead today. If you're new to the channel, I'd like to say welcome. Glad to have you. If you don't mind, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Click that bell for notifications of our future videos. I greatly appreciate it. But today, we're back in the kitchen, and we're going to take homemade sausage patties we made. Look great, don't they? And we're going to jar them up and pressure can them. That way, you can always store some of your food without refrigeration, which is always a win-win. You do need a pressure canner for this. Now, these sausages I cooked up last night after we made the sausage. Cooked it up. I made enough to do 7 quarts right now. That's what my Presto will hold, 7 quarts. So I am going to jar up the last one. I did store them in the jar, so my jar has the grease in it, but I want the grease in it, so that's fine. And I'm going to just repack the jar and put hot water in it. That simple. And then we're going to bring the canner up to temp and pressure and can these dudes. And it is an approved USDA method, so this is completely safe. So I have the jars that I stored them in last night, and it's just a matter of filling your jar. These are cooked all the way through, so there's no worries of any of that. Plus, they'll get cooked a little bit more in the pressure cooker, pressure canner. Leave about 1 inch of headspace. Take some hot water. Fill it to about 1 inch. And then you want to wipe your jar lid down. New lid. Finger tight. That's it. Now, one of the reasons I'm not going to go and show you the whole preparation of making the sausage is because I'm not going to treat y'all like idiots. Y'all know how to make sausage. Y'all know how to cook sausage. Cook it all the way through. Fill your jars up. You can use pints. You can do them for 75 minutes. You can do quarts. Pressure can them for 90 minutes. Pretty simple. Pack the sausage into your jar like we did a little bit ago. Hot water, 1 inch headspace. Put them in your canner that you're heating up. Like I said, 7 jars will fit in here. I'm just letting the water come up to temp. I'm going to let it simmer. I'm going to let it get to simmering before I put my lid on it. And then we're really going to start going to town with this dude. Now, I'm not going to sit here and leave the camera running for the entire process. Everybody knows that. But I will show me putting the lid on. I'll show me setting the weight gauge, and then when it's done, I'll do some of me releasing the steam. Always follow your canner's instructions. It's the most important thing. But have fun. It's not that scary. It's a fun process, and it saves your food. Starting to get a little bit of movement in my water, so I'm going to go ahead and set the lid on. So when I get a consistent steam coming from this vent for 5 minutes, then I'll put my weight on. We continuously have steam coming out of the vent pipe now, so we set our timer for 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, we put our weight on. Almost there. And then we set our timer for 90 minutes, hour and a half. Once it comes up to temperature, I mean not temperature, but to pressure. So now that we have the weight gauge on, we let it build up to the pressure we want, which is 11 psi where we're at. And once it gets to 11 psi, then we start our timer for 90 minutes, an hour and a half. Pretty simple. Alright, so our counter has come up to 11 psi, and now we are ready to start our timer for the 1 hour and 30 minutes. 90 minutes worth of canning time on these. So here we go. Our processing time is done. It's ran for 90 minutes. Now we just let our canner sit. We turn the stove off. We move the canner if that's feasible. I don't move the canner because that is a pain. So just let it come down. The pressure will drop on its own as it returns to room temperature. So that's all we got to do for now. Once it gets to 0, and we can remove the weight, the lock will fall. We can remove the lid, then we remove the jars out. So, alright, so our pot has come down from pressure, and we're getting ready to open her up and check out the contents. Oh yeah, they're still bubbly. There we have it, guys. 7 jars of sausage, canned up, ready to start pinging, ready to be put in the shelves tomorrow. Alright guys, thanks for sticking with me to the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up please. We greatly appreciate it. And I hope to do some more of these canning videos for you real soon, because it's gardening time. It's raining a little bit now. I'd be out there doing that too. That, and I really need to get this sausage put up, because that's 7 different days of sausage, and actually each one of these will probably last more than a day too, no matter how much we all like sausage, especially how much she really loves breakfast sausage. So that is an approved method of canning sausage patties. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for coming by the homestead and visiting with us again today. As always, see you next time. God bless.